Do you remember 15, 16 years ago when every fanboy was like, what the fuck is George Lucas doing to Star Wars?
And now we're all like, George Lucas, why would you do this?
And he's like, hey, I sold the fucking thing, man. Howard the Duck. I don't know. Jesus Christ, just click subscribe, you pieces of shit.
Yeah, the button's right there. It's right there.
Welcome to the Two Gaming Dudes, Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 5.
Oh my God, we're up to 5 already.
Or is it Mandalorian Season 3?
It's season
preview. Oh God, this fucking show. This fucking show. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of it.
I have some weird predictions after what I've seen. All right, so first off, this was the best episode of this freaking show.
Because it had nothing to do with this fucking show.
Exactly.
That's why I'm so torn. I don't know what to make of this. Like,
it had absolutely nothing to do with anything we've seen up to this point.
You know how the Marvel films always have the end credit scene?
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
Yeah.
And really, it's just a commercial for the next fucking movie.
Yes.
This entire episode was just a commercial for Season 3 of Mandalorian.
Yes.
Which is fine, because I enjoyed it. I loved watching it. It was great fun, but it fucking did nothing for the Book of Boba Fett.
I think, and I could be wrong, but I think they're doing something else. All right. This is just my prediction real quick before we get too far into all of these reviews. Do you remember in the Avengers, do you remember how Phil Coulson would go to each, like he would show up at each one and he'd be dropping the little seeds of, someday we're going to recruit you. How much you want to bet that's Fennec?
Oh, maybe.
Fennec just visited the Mandalorian. He's like, we might need to call on you. We're going to keep an eye. Hey, we'd really like your help. She's going to end up showing up to Ahsoka in the Ahsoka show and all these others. You wait. We're going to see Boba Fett, Mandalorian, Ahsoka, and all of these others in this great big Avengers. It's going to be Star Wars Avengers.
You've ruined it even worse than they've ruined it.
Yeah.
I fucking hope you're wrong, but you're not wrong. But fuck, I hope you're wrong.
There is
but I don't think he's wrong.
There is this like untitled Star Wars movie that is supposedly in the works, and there's like nothing for it right now. How much you want to bet this is it? It's going to be like the Bounty Hunters movie.
Star Wars Bounty Hunters.
Yeah.
A Star Wars story.
A Star Wars story.
Fuck!
With Boba Fett, the Mandalorian, Ahsoka. I don't know who else they're going to get. The fucking cast of Rebels, because they're going to show up at some point, live action.
Do you remember 15, 16 years ago when every fanboy was like, what the fuck is George Lucas doing to Star Wars?
And now we're all like, George Lucas, why would you do this?
And he's like, hey, I sold the fucking thing, man. Howard the Duck. All right, so, first of all, it was nice to see space shit again.
This is very true.
Star Wars.
Yes.
Are we ever going to get off fucking Tatooine? That'd be nice.
Not with Boba Fett, no, but yeah, it was...
So it starts off in the meatpacking plant, and I was expecting to see Rocky hitting the sides of beef.
Right? I have beef with that, by the way. I don't like it when they use sets that look like they're cheaply made, or they're just like rented out a freezer. Like, this exists. The plastic coming down, that exists. That's a real freezer. You don't even have force fields or something. You could have done a little Star Warsy something. Didn't even try.
And then through the shield or the plastic sheeting, you see Din walks in, and you hear his music, and I went, oh fuck, because I knew right away this is a fucking commercial for Season 3.
Oh, you knew right away?
Oh yeah. I
figured it was going to be like, all right, so they're going to show him, and he's going to get called on, and he's going to join Boba Fett.
Nope.
But,
I knew it. This
45 minutes in, and I'm like, is he not going to meet Boba Fett? I don't understand what's happening.
This is all set up. It's all, that entire episode was set up for Season 3, which is him looking for Grogu, because at the end of this episode, they told us, yeah, okay, but first I got something to do, which tells me this season of Boba Fett ends just at the start of the gang war. And next season of Boba Fett, you'll get Din to come in and all these heroes that she's recruited.
Oh, shit. Really? So we're going to have 2 episodes of nothing?
I don't know. Of setup. I think it's going to be setup for the gang fight. Maybe I'm wrong.
I hate that. I hate when you have an entire season, like Hawkeye was nothing but a huge setup for a new character that they wanted to shove in there. And it's like, okay, you were thinking about something you're going to be making 8 years from now. You're not thinking about the show you're making right freaking now.
Because who gives a shit? People will watch it anyway. It's Avengers. It's popular. Just toss it out there. Fuckheads will watch.
Whatever.
I noticed the Darksaber. Does it sound different?
Does it? I have no idea.
I mean, shouldn't it sound like a lightsaber? It's a fucking kyber crystal.
No, it always did sound a little different.
Yes.
It never sounded like a lightsaber.
It
was a little weird.
So he kills the bounty and he takes the head and he delivers it and he's off to find the coven of the other Mandalorians that escaped. And they're like...
all 2 of them.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we need to give some explanatory dialogue about the Darksaber for people that didn't watch the first... Okay, this is the Darksaber and we go all the way back to Rebels and the person that has the Darksaber is the leader of Mandalore. Okay, great.
It's like that scene from Spaceballs. I expected someone to actually look into the camera and go, "Did you get all that?"
Yeah.
All right.
You know, I like the throwback to Rebels. That was cool. But,
Yeah.
whatever.
I think the throwback to Rebels is going to get even deeper. I think that we are going to see those
Maybe.
characters show up.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know which ones. Obviously, we'll see Sabine. She's going to show up.
Yeah.
She's she's a Mandalore.
Well, and they're setting up Bo-Katan to have her own show.
But I hate her.
Well, but they don't care because they need content.
Okay.
So, you know, he's invited to join, and you see the bombing of Mandalore, another throwback to, okay, kind of cool, I recognize that. But then the planet gets invaded by K2SO droids, not stormtroopers.
Radiation from all the atomic bombs.
Was that it?
I guess. I'm
was it
guessing. I have no idea.
Was it just cheaper to CGI droids rather than stormtroopers? I'm not sure.
I don't know. If you figure all these years later, and you need CGI stormtroopers because we've got them, they're all right here in our computers. Literally all of us have it.
Whatever.
But that's fine.
A stormtrooper costume, people 3D print this shit now. It's like $100 costume, whatever. Fuck. Doing this with the power level on Boba Fett. Fucking Din is this hardcore. We've seen him.
Oh yeah. We've seen him kick ass.
Him beating the shit out of people. He picks up this fucking edged weapon that he's used before, but the same style of handheld weapon, and now he sucks at it.
Well, I guess lightsabers are just weird. You know what he should have done? Just put down the lightsaber and just start beating the crap out of the other guy.
Just grab a normal
pick it back
sword,
up again.
whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Turn it off and start beating him with the hilt. And
Just use it as a stick, yeah.
pretty much. I mean, it'd be much more effective for him.
I think we need to know a little bit more about these Mandalorians that he's with. Because we learned in The Mandalorian that the stupid helmet rule is just this weird
Cult
sect
thing.
of, God, those fucking people. They're like Mormons. Like,
Right.
oh, fuck, you're one of that. That's a stupid rule. I wish they would do away with it. It's just dumb.
It is pretty dumb. But they
Hey, you won your duel. But you've taken off your helmet, you're kicked out of the club.
You're out then.
Fuck, it's just stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb. They needed something to create friction, and then somebody, how about he never takes his helmet off? Whatever. And there's no rationale for that, but who cares? They just need something.
It's fine.
Just
That's
do
a
away
really
with it.
goofy
It's fucking stupid
rule.
Yeah.
I mean, it stinks in there. You'd want to take it off and eat stuff.
Do maintenance on it.
Nope.
Maintenance on your fucking self. It's just
Fix
stupid.
your hair.
It's dumb. They could have come up with something better.
Yeah.
That this is the hard, fast rule. Never take off your fucking helmet. It's dumb. And then he has to fly coach, which I thought was hilarious.
I loved that a lot. That was great. And when he meets up with goofy what's-her-face, the comedian.
The girl from Elf, yeah.
Yeah.
Amy Sedaris.
I'm always like back and forth with her. Sometimes I just want her to shut the hell up, and other times she's kind of funny. And when she was like, well, pretty much every word that came out of her mouth, like fingernails on a chalkboard. But then she said she slept with Jawas, and that made me laugh. And so I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, her line deliveries are always the same.
Yeah.
No matter what, she's giving the same line delivery, and I don't know if that's intentional or not.
I don't know.
She didn't do that in Elf or in other stuff that I've seen her in, but
Then it's got to be intentional.
it's stupid. But she's like, hey, I'm going to replace your giant ship that you use to transport prisoners and all your gear and cargo with this one-seat fucking Naboo starfighter.
Great. When I catch bounties, where do I put them?
What do I do with my 30 fucking laser guns that I carried around? And my fucking cryo carbon freezing tank and all that shit?
It's got a glove box, see? Little glove box. This is not gonna...
I'm just...
I mean, I get you hollowed out the droid compartment. That's where I can shove Grogu. I'm a freaking bounty hunter.
I was terrified for a moment that she was going to throw in some line that it's been sitting here in a junkyard for 80 years. It was left here by a young boy who flew it here.
Please don't do that.
Don't fucking... There's a lot of history in this old girl.
Don't do that.
Okay, because, you know they wanted to. Somebody in that motherfucking writer's room, they just happened to pick a Naboo starfighter, not an X-Wing, not a TIE fighter, not a YT.
No.
A Naboo starfighter. Okay. Suspicious.
At the same time, well, maybe this is a... no, I don't even know what to think about this. A third of the film, of the show, was just two buddies fixing a muscle car.
The repair montage!
Yes.
Yes, it was like that scene where they're fixing greased lightning in Grease, and John
Yes.
Travolta's like, go grease lightning. Fuck! That was so long, it just kept on going!
And then they even gave it like the carburetor on top and everything. I was like, what is that for? Is that your air intake for when you're in space?
Go grease lightning, you're burning up the quarter mile. Grease lightning, go grease lightning. Yeah. Fuck.
It was so weird, but okay. They fixed up the Naboo fighter, which took forever.
And he gets it into space. And in an entire motherfucking galaxy, he gets pulled over by the same two fucking broke dick cops. Fucking Ponch and John from Chips. Fuck off. Or is that a setup for New Republic? For their next fucking show?
I don't know.
Because those two idiots are supposed to have their own spin-off.
What?
Yeah.
Like the Star Wars version of Cops, or like
I don't know.
Like the Star Wars version of...
I don't know.
Wow.
And I don't think I want to know.
I don't think I want to know either.
What are they doing with this motherfucking property?
I don't know. I did enjoy him taking that test flight. I felt kind of like, oh, it's like the Rocketeer. I don't know. It was just weird. But
it's great that they... Oh, I don't know that they did this intentionally or not. I think they were like, this is just going to be a great setup for season 3 of Mandalorian. And maybe now they're realizing, yeah, that's the fucking show we want. Not this fucking Boardwalk Empire bullshit you're trying to force on us that nobody fucking likes. We're almost done.
There's only 2 episodes left. I don't know what they're going to talk about. I don't know what they're going to do.
I don't know.
Are we going to have 2 episodes of the big gang war? Like
Actions?
Boba
No.
Fett versus the Pikes? Is that going to be
No.
the next big thing? Or?
No, it's going to be set up for that. Because the entire season 2 is going to be that gang war. The war between the Pikes and Boba Fett's crime syndicate.
Do you think so?
It has to be.
Oh, man.
They're not going to wrap that entire storyline up in 2 episodes. You still have to get how the Hutts fit into this. The mayor of Mos Eisley fits into the...
Oh, they still haven't found that guy.
all
have
that
they?
shit, right? These are a lot of loose ends to tie up in very little time.
Yeah, you can't tie up all of that. And
Or they may just say, fuck it, who cares?
also a possibility.
I don't know.
All right, so predictions for the next 2 episodes. You believe the whole thing is going to be one big setup. I believe at some point in the next 2 episodes, we're going to see him riding a Rancor. Probably the last episode. I'm guessing the last episode, the last half hour-ish, somewhere in there,
Yeah.
you will see him ride a Rancor. I don't know why he'll do it.
I know why.
I just know he's going to do it.
Fennec walks in. They're on their way. The Pikes are arriving. The war has begun. He stops. We have a secret weapon. And the gate opens up and he's on top of the Rancor riding off into the battle. End season.
You would be even better because this is Star Wars after all. Is he rides the Rancor out there, the Pikes all stop, and then on the Rancor he says, "Now go away." And then they're all like, "You're right," and they'll throw down their guns and walk away.
What does that have to...
Because that's what they've done with those. Like the Hutts show up, they're like, "We are the Hutts. Well, we're gonna go now. Bye." And then they left. Like,
I'm the present, in fact.
I'm the mayor. Okay. Well, all right. Bye.
Don't come back. Okay.
The same. We are the people sitting around the table. We're all there. Okay. Well, we're gonna go now. Bye. And it's gonna be the same thing with the Pikes. They're gonna show up. We are the Pikes. I'm riding a Rancor. Oh, all right. Well, bye. And they'll leave.
And then there'll be a mid-credit scene of him sitting in the throne again, like all cool. Like, fuck yeah!
Like I just did something.
Shit, this fucking show, man. I don't know.
And then he'll tell Fennec, "See, it is possible to end a gang war without the use of violence. Why do you always have to be so mean? We don't have to resort to violence all the time."
You see, it is possible to do a Star Wars series without entertainment value. You don't have to be entertaining all the time.
We can just talk. That's fun, isn't it? We just talk for a while.
When are they going to do a romance story set on Star Wars? No lightsabers, no Jedi, no stormtroopers, no blasters, just a human and, I don't know, with some stupid...
A Twi'lek?
fall in love.
Okay.
And the families don't accept the relationship because they're just so different. And oh, they're aliens, disgusting. It'll never work. I forbid you to see that boy.
And then
Their love is so pure. They persevere and the Force brings them together anyway.
Or we could do that exact story, but with a little bit of a rom-com twist, because now the neighbor is an annoying Ewok nerd. And he comes over every once in a while going, "Did I do that?" And, you know, you gotta...
It's just an endless possibility. You can do so much with Star Wars.
There's just no end to this shit. Well, we've already got Pee Wee Herman's bikes running around on the city, and...
What if you do a prequel to Solo, a Star Wars story, where he runs a gang that steals cars, and they all have these awesome souped-up cars, and they race around in the cars pulling off heists.
Oh.
And you get some really muscular bald dude who's in charge of that street gang of car racers, and they tune their cars, and they race them around Corellia.
That's brilliant.
Fucking sweet.
That show, I feel like, should be all about family.
Agreed. Get a writer on it. Who?
Right.
Here's a girl that did an episode of Trolls. You're hired.
Done.
You're the showrunner now.
Brilliant.
Checked off the list. Next. Make sure you have 3 black lesbians. Okay.
All right, we're good to go.
Because Disney's inclusive now. Fuck this fucking show.
Yeah.
It's turned into shit. They never should have made it.
No, this never should have happened. It's such an embarrassment.
Leave him dead in the fucking pit. End of story. There's plenty here. You can come up with other series.
It's a
You
big
don't need to
universe.
rehash this shit and do it so poorly.
It's a whole galaxy. You telling
Fuck.
me you only got 2 people who wear this armor who can do this shit?
I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking.
We love the Mandalorian because he's this unknown nobody with no ties to any of these other characters. He just happened to randomly run into 2 of them, but
Right.
But he doesn't care, and he moves on with his own thing.
He's not the right-hand man of Darth fucking Vader.
Right.
He's a guy trying to fucking make a living in this fucked up universe.
Exactly.
It.
And it's brilliant. It's great.
But it's the weirdest shit. It's the same fucking producers. It's the
How can
same
they-
crew. It's the same people.
So how could they get it so right and so wrong at the same
It's
time?
still Favreau and Filoni. What? which tells me this is just a weird misstep. They tried an experiment. They're like, let's just do something completely different. People may not like it, but let's just do something different anyway. If that's the case, I can forgive it.
I guess. We were going to continue on the way we were doing, but I was browsing through YouTube and I came across the two gaming dudes. They really opened my fucking eyes. I mean, like, wow.
Sucks.
They said it sucks. I couldn't believe it.
And 8 people watched the video and agreed that it sucks.
And that's pretty much every subscriber to Disney Plus right now. You know?
Fuck, man.
What a disaster.
Anyway,
well,
click subscribe
do that and leave some comments down. I want to know what you think of Boba Fett so far. I mean,
I don't know where you can go
we're
with this.
5 episodes in. There's 2 left. Any predictions?
Whatever. Do whatever. Or die.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck anymore. We're we're going through this shit now because we're it's a pain in the ass to write these fucking notes. I'd rather just sit, waste my 40 minutes on the episode and watch something good afterwards. But I can't, because I know I have to do this fucking review. Because we started it now, we can't not finish it.
I remember I texted you and I was like, dude, it's fucking Wednesday. And then I got a text back that says, shit. Like, I know, we got to do the fucking episode. All right, well, anyway, we'll catch you on another episode.
Come on, guys, let's get to work. Yeah.